There's no doubt speed optimization is important, but with speed optimization, you can do something as simple as installing a plugin, or you can go the extra mile by digging into your website files. When you use website speed testing tools, there's one more technical optimization that comes up, which is reducing unused CSS. One CSS file that's most likely to be listed is Font Awesome. Font Awesome is the most popular icon library, hence why it's most likely listed. You'll see Font Awesome's icons everywhere on websites, like in the header and footer. However, one problem with Font Awesome is that the CSS for the icons still load on every page of your website, regardless if you're using the icons or not. This is a tutorial on how to clean up that CSS file and get over 150% savings in file size for a faster website loading speed by reducing your unused CSS. From my testing, you can even expect a 1 to 3% bump in Google's page speed insights by doing this. To start, let's actually confirm you have Font Awesome on your website. This can quickly be done by going to your website, opening the Inspect Element tool, and then searching for Awesome. If you see any results for Font Awesome, then your website is using and loading in the styles that we are going to optimize. Assuming you're on WordPress, to begin you'll either need a File Manager plugin or FTP Access. If you have FTP Access, then you know what you're doing, so I don't need to explain. But if you need a File Manager plugin, go to Plugins in the side menu and click New. And then search for File Manager, and then install FileStir. FileStir is much more better than this one. Now you need to find where Font Awesome is located. This can be done two ways. The first way is through Inspect Element. Right-click and click Inspect Element to bring up the Inspect window, and then use the Selector tool to click on one of the icons found in your website. In my case, I found one in the footer. Then click the icon element. Then you can see the Font Awesome CSS being applied to it. Right-click the file name and click Open in New tab so you can see the location. The other way to get the location is to run the website through Google's PageSpeed Insights, and then it should pick up on the file not being optimized. So right-click the Font Awesome file being listed so you can open it in a new window to see the location. I recommend going to the URL of this code and directly downloading it, so you have a copy or a backup just in case something goes wrong. Once you have the location, navigate to it with your File Manager plugin or through your FTP client to open and edit the file. Once you have the file opened, select all the code with Ctrl-A and copy all the code with Ctrl-C. Now you want to unminify the CSS so you can edit it. So go into Google and type CSS formatter and then go to any one of the websites listed and paste in your CSS. After it's formatted, it should look something like this. Now copy the code and paste it back into the file, replacing the minified code. This is where the fun begins. If you're using an FTP client, open a new blank file in your text editor. If you're using the File Manager plugin, open a text editor like Notepad or something similar. This new blank file is where we're going to create our new optimized version of Font Awesome. To start, go back to your unminified Font Awesome file and copy the first section that looks like this, and paste it into your new blank file. Below the code we just copied from the Font Awesome file are extra CSS classes for adding styles or animations, which 99% of cases you won't need this, so we're not going to add this to our new file. The next part is kind of annoying and may require pen and paper. Go to your website and look for all the icons on your website's pages and note down the class names of each unique icon. You can see here I found the mail icon, so with Inspect Element I can see the class name is Envelope Alt. In this case I would write down Envelope Alt. Continue to do this with all the icons you can find on your website. I suggest looking in the header, the footer, and on single blog post pages to find the bulk of the icons your website is using. You may be using other icons on other pages, so you'll want to do your best looking through your entire website. Be sure to include the social media icons as well. After that, you should have a written list of the icons that are in use. In my case, I had 12. Now for each one of the icon class names you've listed, Search them in the unminified font awesome file so you can copy and paste them into your new file. What I recommend is you also copy all the different arrows, which have the class names of angle and long arrow. They are common icons, so you might end up using them at some point. After you have all your icons compiled into your new file, take that code and recompress it by putting it into a CSS minifier tool that you can find by searching on Google. Finally, take all the compressed code and paste it into your unminified font awesome file, overriding all the other code. Be sure to check your website if all the icons are still working. If some aren't working, they may disappear or they might look like this, where it replaces the icon with this weird ass box. If it does, go back to your CSS file and make sure you've included the little snippet at the top of the file. If your problem still persists, sometimes your theme developer might have added some extra styling at the bottom of the font awesome file, like some font loading. So be sure to copy that as well from the backup you should have made. Did you make the backup? You didn't make the backup, did you? When I optimized my font awesome file, I had a 187% savings in size and it improved my Google page speed insights by 2. The improvement for you will vary, but it will be a speed improvement nonetheless. And that's it. If there's any topic in web design or WordPress you want me to cover, let me know in the comments.